Watch the left rear tire on the 39.
Oh, wow. I'll tell you, what you're seeing right there is the actual end of the housing breaking off, because the hub's still attached. You can see it attached to the wheel. If you remember, you can see the rotor flying up the racetrack right there. If you remember, we were talking about how you adjust camber, the rear camber in these cars. And you basically heat it up and have to bend it into it and out of it when they have too much. They go through tech. That can sometimes weaken that housing to a point that it'll fail. You bend them back and forth too much.
And those loose tires are not a good thing if someone hits.
Yeah, and that thing's heavy because it has, like I said, it has the hub attached to it.
Yeah, the right front's down, tore up.
No way you can ride around on that rim for 2 laps.
Nope. There's the replay right there going off in the turn 1. Car just up the racetrack.
He did a whale of a job to keep it out of the wall. That's the big thing.
Goes to the top of the chart with Austin Dillon.
Got one sideways.
And around turn 1 in the wall. And that is Reed Sorensen.
I think it was that quarter panel and the damage he had to the rear of that car that probably caused that accident.
Clint Boyer had been trying to get past Sorensen, to no avail.
And this group had really started getting dicey. You could start to see it as they were coming off turn 4 down the front straightaway.
I just wonder, Larry, if that flapping right rear quarter panel maybe cut his right rear tire down, and that's what created this problem.
All that smoke. Yeah, I really. That's awesome.
Tomorrow, and the Crown Royal presents the Samuel Leeds 400 at the Brickyard. Kyle Busch will start 19.
This week, oh, Kyle Busch in trouble.
Got a tire, right rear tire blown out.
Caution is out.
Watch it.
You know what? That makes sense. He must have had a tire going down. That's the reason he was really starting to back up.
Well, it didn't just go down.
Look at that.
When one of those treads of that carcass shreds, look at the damage it can do when that tire's rotating at 180 miles an hour.
Looks like a bomb went off.
It does.
It blew the whole side out of the car.
Wow.
And we know he had been backing up from first to about 5th or 6th.
No warning there. I mean, he may have had some warning before, but it just blew all at once. And man, he does a whale of a job, Larry. Look at him. Hanging on, let her loose. Kept it off the fence.
That sounds as bad as it looks.
That sound and hitting the wall, that pop you get when you hit the wall.
Oof. Oh, yeah, it just exploded the right front.
And it kind of looked like he was moving down to come to pit road. Just didn't quite get there soon enough.
A lap late.
Got
trouble. Bobby Labonte off turn 4. Caution's out.
Caution's out here.
He's got a right front down.
Running in 27th place. And the last car on the lead lap at the moment. And Labonte went around off turn number 4. And we see the 7th yellow flag of this race.
7 to go.
I don't know how many thousands of people here, but everybody's holding their breath.
Left front flat.
That was Jimmy Johnson, the race leader.
Get it slow. Come to the outside.
Good grief.
That was 21 laps right there.
And hadn't had a problem all day long.
We stayed green so far.
Left front took the cowl flap out. And Johnson will have to make it to pit road. And his chance to win his first race of 2014 seems to have lost all its air. Welcome back to Auto Club Speedway. As you saw in our side-by-side coverage, Kevin Harvick has cut down a left rear tire while running 5th, third straight race for an issue with Harvick. A hub in Las Vegas and a crash at Bristol due to an oil line. Here's a replay.
Good thing is it did happen on the straightaway and not in the corner.
Yeah, and a lot of these things, Mike, I think are new team growing pains. Rodney Childers put a lot of guys together in a very short period of time to put this team on, to put it all together. So it takes some time to work through issues.
See some of that crush panel being ripped away by the.
Just come off the car. What do you got, Kevin? Tire?
Torn tire.
Well, looking ahead from Austin Dillon.
Oh, my.
Man.
Yeah, you can see that tire. When it let go, it just shredded that left rear quarter panel and all the inner fender panels.
And that's a shock to a driver. I mean, you're driving along, minding your own business, and bam. You did a really good job of driving it there.
I've seen Jeffrey Earnhardt getting caught up in it.
Looks like he might have gotten spun by another car out of traffic in the jam up. In the
Top of your screen, the bright green yellow car.
Definitely just another one of those situations where it looked like a right front tire failure. When you see the car just veer to the wall like that, it's pretty much an indication that's what it is.
Menard was fighting hard to try to stay on the lead lap just ahead of race leader Casey Kane.
It ended up a perfect storm for Casey Kane, though, because of having to pit 10 laps early and getting the lead. We ran far enough into this run. All drivers will be on pit road for 4 Goodyear tires.
Paul Menard bringing out the most recent caution. Catching fire, Richard Childress Racing, that team still looking for its first victory of the season. Let's check our Keystone Light race summary.
Hold the brake there. Hold the brake there. Hold the brake.
Hit with the right rear and then turned and slapped with the right front. And there's a lot of damage.